good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever and wherever you and welcome back to the Beat Up Planners with a turn to our Jewish Gem campaign within Crusader Kings 2, in which we stand at the gaze of the Mudharite as we have declared war upon them, a holy war upon them. And well, we're going to invade their lands because I don't want these... Oh dear, there went my wife. I wasn't even ready to talk about that yet, but there went my wife. She had dysentery and apparently she did not survive. That is mighty unfortunate, as I do want to keep hold of my land. I would like it to find a wife pretty soon. By rank. I just got a much better options, but I clicked them away because I didn't think it was important. Like, here are Gideons, but I saw a few of the Abbasid dynasty as well. Where are those now? Here, for instance, Princess of Africa. Strong and attractive. No, not with her, but I would like to arrange with her this marriage, and he would allow that. That's with the king of the Sultan of Africa, which means she's actually a niece of ours. So it's a bit of an incest line, but it is an awesome incest line. So we're gonna do that. That's for my son. Here, that is just attractive and strong. That could give us so much good things. Attractive from her mother, strong from her father. That could be an awesome line. But now, myself. So, in Tunis lies the Mulabadid line over here, with a claim to the Duchy of Tunis. That is one of the women I can try and marry. Which won't be too much long of a waiting, and she's shrewd. So that's not too bad a trait. Unfortunately, she is... Oh, no, sorry, wrong. And she's being educated for stewardship. So that is definitely... I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna wait 2 years for this wife to come of age, and I will be happy with that. I will take the penalty for 2 years. So, how many men do we need? We need only about half our forces over here. Alright. Do it the other way around, please. The strongest army up front. And this one is like really weak. It's just built. Yeah, okay. So we are starting to do the sieging. As declared, Prince Dick of New Year's War to revoke Allen. Alright. That's up to you. I am, by the way, nowadays threatening. 9.4 threat, and that's going to become much bigger once I've also won this war. And by the way, if you're wondering, yes, the Abbasid revolt actually did come over here and siege something of this up, but that's because this is a tribe. I am definitely not going to read the Quran, and it definitely means that we still have people on that silly little faith that's so... 830s, that's still within our realm. She deserves greatness, go get it. I become bitter rivals with my daughter, but I don't really understand why that always is. I mean, I can understand it if she's is ambitious that she wants my titles, but I'm the one that taught her. Why would she be so extra angry at me for? But never you mind. There this daughter comes, and I'm gonna teach this daughter some etiquette? Well, let's do a thrift. Because that leads to curious, actually. Which means it does lead to education. Diplomacy. My apologies. Oh. Oh, what? Disease has reached our court. At least our duchy title. Yes, close the gates. Seal it. We're gonna seal it. Because I don't want my son to die. That's one of them. And I don't really want to seclude in court. Uh-oh. Oh no, my son has been given sympathy for the Islam. Why, son? Why did you listen to that? Whoever gave that to you? Stewardship. There we go. We are at least sieging this, the last vestiges of the Oman Duchy. And I call that vestiges, but it's actually kind of the larger part of it. And we're doing well. 46% already in our favor. Special title, the Keeper of Swans. Did I already give out all these names? Master of the Hunt, there you go. High Elmoner, there you go. I am positive I gave that away, but... Commander title. You, good sir, and... I guess you. I don't know. Why are you angry with me? Coward. And we all just very different personalities, alright. I will not go and do something that you want for just a mere favor. If you have no power of your own. I will put this man in power because he's a duke and does give him a little bit more higher opinion of me. You are absolutely pointless to keep. I can execute you if I want to. Yes, let's do that. Keeps the prison clean up. Same holds for you. You I can ransom. Both of you I can ransom. For 14 gold. That's perfect. I actually probably could have actually ransomed his wife as well. No. Can't check that anymore, but we'll take the money for now. And there we go. We don't need to attack this. This is apparently a trading pool that's over here. Yeah, there's a trade post over here from Oman, so I don't need to burn that down or what have you not. We'll recombine the armies. Oh! My brother died of camp fever. Insana, oh my. Is that the same thing that's... Holy heck, the camp fever. Well, I think that makes me the last of my generation that's still alive. No, with my sister, who's of course in my court. But yeah. Wow. Okay, camp fever killing our empire slowly. I'm gonna give it to this man. Because there's only 1 point difference. And the other one's opinion was already 100 of mine, so that should be fine. Betrothed can marry. Yes and please. That is a good wife. That is a good wife. And commander, yet another one, because everybody's dying, of course, on the flank. No, put you over here. You have consumption. I don't know if you will survive. And my commander ferry was cornered and slain by an enemy. On the battlefield, he fought bravely until the end. Did the Solomon Dynasty just die out? Oh, hold on a minute. Did the Solomon Dynasty just die out? No, it barely has died out. I think I'm gonna give them Oman. Anyone else? Living members too. That's you and who else is alive? You, but you are an old... Ooh, wow. Okay, this boy is important. He's the last of the Solomon Dynasty. The last of the Solomon Dynasty. And you are directly now under me? No, you're not. Bloody hell. The Chancellor. Alright. Why do you hate me so? Coward. Title claimant. The Emirat of Mosul. Yeah, it's a pretty big Emirat. A very important one. Ooh, Muslim uprising. War against the tyranny of Sultan Bahir the Usurper, and then he immediately has the Second Colony in Holy War for Odessa. So these guys are attacking them, and the Byzantine Empire has got themselves a super revolt. Personia the Cruel, I think she was actually the original Empress, sorry. Inherited, installed by faction demand, yes, and she's immediately going for her claim. Against the tyranny. Because for some reason she has kept a lot of lands or something? I don't know, but a lot of people are immediately going up against him. Interesting, by the way, that Bavaria has been split in two. Serbia is still around on the map. Well done, Serbia. And Pannonia is still on there, but not called Avar. So this must not be an Avar. No, it's a Bulgar. Indeed, it's the Dulo. Bulgaria has sprung back to action. Denmark has a big revolt. 4 Danish League Independence revolt. Yes, but you hold just a second. Now that you are now of the Germanic Reformed pagan faith, what is your law? Still agnetic elective Gevelkind, because there is quite a possibility that he now might change those laws. Lombardy, by the way, is still... Italy is still called Lombard. And the Lombard culture is surviving at the moment. That's amazing. That's a huge revolt. Whereas the Abbasid Empire is starting to grasp a little bit back what is theirs. This war is still a problem, as is this war, by the way, which is the next guy in line. History. He started it. Yes, he did. And now it's no longer... Interesting. But yeah, look at this. Thanks to our intervention, all of this is split off of the Abbasid Empire. And the lands here are varying from being Sunni over here to being Jewish to being, what are you? Also Jewish, so we're trying to help you out, but you are being overrun now by a Zoroastrian uprising. There was a short Zoroastrian nation here, but that has already been removed. And then the Zumbils still live, despite the fact that they've lost a little bit. They were a little larger. There's still a Zoroastrian man over here. This game is one of incredible religious turmoil. That's okay. I just hope that it isn't standard now in monks and mystics, that it's always going to be like that. The Karaite heresy has gone to Suakin. Didn't we already clean that up once? We cleaned up that very same province. That's a little silly. Just a little, but alright, we're gonna try and convert that back again. That's a little silly. How's the disease doing? Still very near to us. My daughter has come of age. She doesn't like me very much, and she's a fortune builder. She has an amazing stewardship score. Alright. And the other son turned slothful. I'm kind of happy I didn't put him on the throne. Currently, my strong son will still not inherit. But we are 35. There are a few more years to do something. Please, court physician, try and help her. My wife has camp fever. Mystically altered. Mystically altered. Okay. And this boy inherited this man's land. Also camp fever. Camp fever is destroying us at the current moment. Like, seriously. I'm glad I closed the gates. This disease is wrecking us. It's now also in my capital county. I do have a hospital over here, but we don't have the technology for much more. This is not good. Here, oh, the hospital. Still prospering though. Still prospering. Not entirely destroyed. That has happened. Yashk. There's a new Zoroastrian nation over here. And how about this? This is a Zumbil one. Oh, actually that was already part of Zumbil. Yeah, I think so. So we have now 2 Zoroastrian nations as well. Religious turmoil all around. That's good for a change in the campaign, that's fine. And he surrenders at 87%. He knows that he can do no longer anything. And thus, all the lands on the south side of the Arabian Peninsula will be claimed by us. We have a lot of money. We need to use that money. We need to build, I would say, improved hospitals, but hardly have any hospitals. Besides, it's still not the duchy where I believe in the end I will want to end up. I do want to end up here in Cairo. But that's also kind of suffering a horrible thing. Cats have been exterminated. I am angry. Civil unrest and furious peasants. Oh dear lord. Oh, there is a clearing now. How to actually do the trade zones? Yeah, they go through Cairo, so that's also one of the reasons why I would generally enjoy to get Cairo along with this duchy or Alexandria. One of those two. These are 6 counties next to each other. I currently hold 9. Sorry, 9. But there are quite a few. There's here a barony. There's here a barony. There's an additional barony too, even. So yeah, these 2 duchies would be the lands I would enjoy acquiring. Can't attack this boy yet. Not possible yet, just yet. And he is going... Oh, darn it. He is developing a relation with Syria. He has turned to Judaism. Egypt has turned to Judaism. Declare war. Now I could claim Egypt for my son. I would be an oath breaker and everybody in the Israelite world would hate me. So I was right last episode. It had to do with the fact that his brother was Sunni. Rowdy and Willful both help to go towards military. And I'm leaning towards that side because I think we might need to start really considering our independence. And therefore we need a son that can lead us that way. Also he has a strong base in that. We'll go with struggle for once. We'll change our dynasty focus. Besides, we went from somebody that's Midas touched to somebody that's charismatic focused, Midas touched and charisma. So it's time to change it up a little. First of all, we should now, yes, get that last little retinue out there. And then we have our complete retinue army. Then of course, let's try and give some land away. I will keep a close eye on the Solomon Dynasty, but I'm not gonna give them land right now because then it would be a duke that has land over here, and that will cause issue because he does have also claims to the entire duchy title, and we'll get a double duke and In short, troubles will be born if I do it right now at this very instant to save him. Can understand the benefits, but I will not do so right now. Oh, that is not a good man. I had hoped that would be an interestingly enough party to use. Please, no and any. And I will, by the way, save this filter over slot 0 because apparently my choice of actions before wasn't very smart. I am going to do him despite him having Sunni tendencies. The problem is, you can't really deny this. They're gonna go there anyways. I'm seeing constantly pop-ups from, hey, do you want to become Sunni? Hey, do you want to become Sunni? This is an awesome man to give some land to. I don't need you to come to my court, but I will give you a duchy title. Actually, I can't because I just said I will give it to this guy. I didn't see the genius. Why was the genius so low? Oh, because he's an extremely good diplomat, but he isn't. You're right. Doesn't bother me, to be honest. Grant down a title. I could, of course, give him a different land. I could make him the Duke nonetheless. Vasila does it? I have the feeling that we already saw that name once before. Instead of this guy, what is his base scores? 9. 9, that's really good. 1 is horrible. 5. 4. 6 is about what I consider average. He has 5 only. 4. 3. 3. And the fact that this guy is a genius is what's causing him, but you can't be sure that will be the proper genes. And this man has base genes that are pretty good, so I'm probably gonna leave it like it is right now. Gonna have to do this again. You are also a genius. And you have horrible trades, but that's not what I wanted to do. Dhofar is yours now. Good. Have fun with it. Also, his base has 7, 7, 4. Oh, better actually. 4, but this guy had 2 9s, right? Yeah, so that is a good baseline. And the base stats are the ones that are inherited, of course, along with the skills partially, so it's a mixed mash of things. You won't come to my court. You also have sympathies for Sunnis, but whatever. Mana. I am holding apparently titles. These 2 titles are mine. Alright. Weird that those are still ours, but thank you nonetheless. That means they probably will be captured by this revolt. Oh, well, whatever. Creation, the Duchy of Oman, that gives us the jury claims on, which is nice to have, so aim it out of Oman, there you go. You are now a duke as well. And now look at us, Nubia. All of this is ours, plus this and that, which is going to be the problem if we declare independence. That our lands aren't connected, and it's going to be hard to guard these from big invasions from the Byzantine Empire. Still, independence is something I would love to see as well, as I'm sure some of you are aware. After all, I have repeated it I don't know how many times right about now. I'm starting to sound like a broken record. Alright, let us see. Militia training ground, militia training ground, militia training ground, militia training ground. This will give us quite a bit of additional forces. Wait, what? Why is this mine? I never intended that to be mine, to be honest. I actually should also start considering building cities. Building just simply more holdings than just... I didn't realize that was... He probably wants control of that, doesn't he? Yes. Grand Landed title. Dude. Take it. I don't need it. So I have 8 pieces of land now. Is that correct? 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus I have 1 barony over here, yeah. And these, we had claims back in the day to this barony, but not any longer. I have a claim to this man's area for some reason. Not entirely sure why that is, but we have it, and we have something on Alodia. We could pull, revoke the title, and nobody will be angry, and the boy will have to give it to me, but there is not really a point to it right now, so I'm just gonna leave it as it is. Oh, we'll just march the troops back. The question is, what are we going to do now, and why do I have an council member? Oh, because I was stealing technology from, and now I no longer can do this very thing. Alright, we'll go there. I have, by the way, in between episodes, I increased light infantry, because we use a lot of it considering our retinue, and I have increased siege equipment. So that is the 2 things I increased. Well, it seems like this man is going to go to war. To provoke Akre, you might actually be able to do something a little bit about this. You know what? Let's de-siege this. With our 11 men. I mean, they won't have a lot of here anyways. Your daughter comes to your study one evening. She appears quite agitated. Pacing the room back and forth for a full minute before speaking. Father, I beg of you, please leave. Let me leave the keep. Please, you must. You demand to know her reason, but she refuses to tell you the specifics, only that it is a matter of life or death. If you say so, my daughter, I trust your judgment. What about your poor father? If you leave, I can't let you back in. And she will hate me. But she hates me already. Well, I can't let you risk your life. I'm sorry, but no. What I could do is try to find you a husband. Solomon Dynasty? I mean, she does have a little bit of increased fertility, and that offsets almost his actual preferences. And thanks to the fact that it's a house Solomnit, as a relative of a sultan, 45% 40 prestige, and of an emir. It's a matter of life or death. I will send this. And that's because I think he's still a relative of this person. So, formerly of a duke. Now the question is, what do we do with my daughter? If you say so, I can let her leave. But if I let her back in, she could bring back the disease into the fort. And I can't allow for that. I just can't. What about your poor father? If you leave, I can't let you back in. She will be out of court, apparently. I can't let you risk your life. I'm just gonna say that. Daddy knows best. Marine was absent from supper as you decided to visit her chambers to make sure she is well. You knock a few times, and when nothing happens, you open the door. The room is empty, but Marine has left a note behind. Apparently she has disobeyed you and sneaked out of the keep. I won't that vile mule ever listen. Okay. You walk past your daughter's Marine's room when you hear a familiar laugh. Has she returned without visiting you? Angrily you knock on the door and the laughter sobs, but the door remains shut. You pull it open only to see a half-naked Marine hurriedly getting dressed alongside the strange man. What is the meaning of this? Who are you? He is an attractive nobody. I've never seen this dialogue line. I like it. What are you thinking? Get this filthy wrench out of my keep? Secluded quarters will be removed from Berryhoon. Prince Marine and Sultan Gideon become bitter rivals. We already are bitter rivals, so that doesn't really matter to me one way or another. And she, her opinion, expelled lover from seclusion. I trusted you to be careful. Both of you must leave at once. Expelled me from seclusion. I saw nothing, and she's happy. What were you thinking? Get this filthy rich out of my keep. Who knows if he's bringing disease in? My daughter... Yeah, you can hate me, my darling, but I just saved you from a life of nothingness. And for now, with that actually, we already come to the end of this episode. That seemed to last very short. Perhaps I got delayed more than I thought so. Well, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this little father teaching his daughter to listen to him. Always listen to daddy. And I thank you for watching. And remember, great peril yields great beauty.